Hey everyone, today we are going to discuss Splunk. I'm Wasif Khan and with me it's Imam Khan, Hamza Hussain and Muhammad Bilal Khan. Moving forward with the table of content, first of all we will be looking at what is Splunk, and alongside that we will be looking at events, what is an event and a log. After that we will be looking at the usefulness of the Splunk. We will be also looking at some use case scenarios that where exactly we can use the Splunk to better utilize it. Then we will be looking an exact use of it and then a demo. Okay, so moving forward with the Splunk. So in simple words, Splunk is an event log collector. To explain that, we will moving forward to understand what is an event and what is a log. So moving forward with event is an occurrence of some importance in the system. For example, let's say we have a time t, and first event occurred which was a bank safe opened at 6 a.m. The second event happened on 5 p.m. where the bank safe was closed. So these are two important events, occurrences which we call an event. What is log? Log is a central location for recording events. For example, we looked at these two events. Similarly, let's say we have three events, event 1, event 2, and event 3. All those will be stored at the central location called log, which records events. To further explain and understand what is an event, let's look at event log examples. So what is an event log? Event log is a collection of events. So first of all, let's say we have a safe log where we have an event time, event number, date, time, name, and action. Let's say a person named Hamza opened the safe on 12 on 7th of December 2024 at exact 7:35, and the action which he has done was open. Similarly, a person named Khan at 5 p.m. On the same day he closes the safe. Similarly, let's say we have a captain log. Let's say we have a captain log. In this captain log, we have multiple fields which includes number, date, time, name, action, and location. A captain named Captain Bilal arrived at the Gwadar port on 10th of December 2024 at 11 a.m. He left the station or departure. Another captain named Captain Khalid departed from the port at 11:35. Similarly, let's say we have an equipment log which includes various equipment. An equipment called multimeter was taken out by a person named Zara at 7 February 2024 and at exact 8 a.m. She returned the multimeter at the equipment on 12th of February 2024. So these are some examples of event logs and the events or the occurrences which are being stored. Moving forward with the relation of these event logs and event logs with the Splunk. Okay, so now let's look at the relation of event and log with the Splunk. So if an event log collects events, we saw earlier that log is a place of events. So if event log collects events, then Splunk collects log. We can here see with the small figure that let's say we have log 1, log 2, log 3, which was extracted from these log, let's say 3 event make log 1. Similarly, these logs after inserting it to the Splunk makes the Splunk a place to collect logs. Okay, moving forward with the usefulness. So let's say we want to store all three previously discussed event logs. We can do that with Splunk. Exactly. However, they are not related to each other like. Safe log, only a company manager might be interested in the safe log. Similarly, only a captain of a ship and related personnel might be interested in the captain log events. And only an equipment coordinator is interested in equipment log. So moving forward, let's see the real use of our Splunk. Considering an IT infrastructure, let's say we might have events like firewall, multiple events and event logs like firewall log, router log, and laptops log. All of these have different functionalities and different attributes. Let's say we stored all of them in the Splunk. Since they all have the same context related to a network, Splunk can be used as efficiently. Why exactly? Let's move forward with the use cases. There are various use cases of Splunk. However, the three main are security monitoring and incident response, IT operation and application monitoring, and business analytics and insight. The use cases in security can be detecting and responding to threats in real time by analyzing logs from firewalls, endpoints, and security system. For example, identifying a suspicious login attempt to prevent unauthorized access. Similarly, in IT operations, in IT we can see that application uptime is important. So we can ensure that by tracking performance metrics and troubleshooting issues. For example, predicting server downtime by analyzing resource usage trends. In the business analytics and insight, we can analyze big data to improve processes, customer engagement, and sales strategy. An example of this would be monitoring e-commerce transactions to identify customer behavior pattern in various platforms like Alibaba and Amazon. Moving forward with the uses, there are different uses of Splunk. However, the three main uses are as follows. First one is single pane of glass. What does it mean? It's an industry term for consolidation, which means that a single window to all the event logs flying around the network. As we saw that, let's say an IT administrator wants to go to firewall and have a look at the logs and then the router and then the laptop. For all of these, if we are not using the Splunk, he or she will have to individually go and check. With Splunk, we can use a single login and enter into the area. The second one is the event correlation. It means that relating events from different event logs to each other via common value to create a story or extract conclusion. The common value can be username, IP address, MAC address, and time. It should exist in all the events. The third one is event correlation. The storage or archive will become easier of different logs together. This one is not actually event correlation again. It's basically the what we can say the storage or archival. It's basically the storage. Let me update storage. Okay, so now these three are the uses. Let's move forward and have a look at the correlation example more deeply. Let's say we want to correlate the three events from these three devices into a device: laptop, router, and firewall. Let's say a laptop event would be that at a time at 11:40 a username Ali logged into the system. In the router, let's say in 11:41 the user Ali activated or we can say that requested a web page, and in the firewall the direction would be outbound. So in these three we can see that the common value here that we discussed, that the common value can be username is, they can be they can be related via common value. So the common value here is, we can see that the username Ali, this is the common value in the event correlation example. Next we are going to have a look at that. Okay, so the demo says that design and implement a Splunk dashboard to monitor, analyze and display clear log events. The event code for the clear log is 1102. We are supposed to include detailed fields such as code message, index, time frame message, raw, serial and all of the below for comprehensive analysis. For this what we are supposed to do, that we will be using the web application for that. So, and login, after creating after installing, we will be supposed to create username and password. Using that password, username and password, we will be prompted here. Okay, so that now as we logged in, now we need to set up our logs actually that are going to be ingested into the tool. For that, first of all, what we will be doing, that we will be going to settings, data imports. We are going to have a look at the local events and not deal with remote system, which we can discuss some other time. So going under the local event log collection, we will click edit. We'll wait for a moment. After that, from here we will select all the available logs we want to have a look at. So let's say first of all we will be like that, and then what we'll be doing, that select application, security and the system logs. We can include others, but since we are supposed to return the security based log details, we will be using that. We will save that setting. After successfully updating settings, what we will do, that we will go to apps, search and reportings. We'll wait for a moment, and then here we can do that we can query the logs. Let's say we are going to select all of the available logs out of those three which we selected. Now we can see that there are multiple sorts of log which are the part of the three main categories which we selected previously. Now we can see that there are thousands of logs here. We can narrow it down by using various fields like this. So what we can do, that let's say we will include the source. Let's say it's going to be in the search. Okay, before that we can do one thing, that we'll go to the event viewer. We'll wait for a moment, and then under window logs we can clear the security log in order to be able to see the required 1102 base event code event. Okay, now what we'll do, that we can select this one, add this one too into the code. Now we can see that we can see our required event code. We can add the event code here. Okay, we can do it like that. After that we will enter. Okay, now here we can see that we have two clear log events. First one was based on 11. First one was carried out at 11:12 am, and the second one is is carried out on 5:26, which we did previously a moment ago. So what now we can do, that we can go to create table view in order to create that required data dashboard. We'll wait for a moment. What we'll do, that we need to we will copy this as we are going to use it shortly. Okay, so here we can see that we are in the create table view. Okay, so that now we are under the create table view. What we can do, that we can see that all the fields are listed here. In this side we can select the fields that we want to see. So all those fields which were required are already selected. We can remove this one to exclude. We can see that by selecting this we can exclude and include the field. Okay, so moving forward, we have done this. Okay, we can see that there are two security event logs. What we can do now is that after going to the dashboard, we can create a new dashboard by adding those values. So going there, we will be required to enter the title for the dashboard. We can name it as clear logs. We'll use the dashboard studio and the grid layout. Moving forward with that, we will be prompted to the dashboard. Dashboard are really good for conveying your message to managerial level individual without getting into the technical details. We use dashboards oftenly when we require some fields, or the data that we oftenly look at throughout the day. So for that we can use dashboard. We can enter the description, which was often. Now moving forward, we can enter the table view. Now what we can do, that we can create our query. The thing that I said earlier that we will be needing, we can import that, and after that we can save the query. Okay, we should be prompted here. Okay, after applying and closing, we can see here that all the data is listed here. Similarly, we can exclude the data, and like the way we included it, we can modify it, and using pipe what we can say that we can use that we can say fields minus let's say we don't want the pkt and the cd field. What we can do is that we can now save the query and wait for a moment, apply and close. We will be now, okay, we can now see that all both of those fields are removed. So now we can see that all these values include event message, index, free, serial, time, host index, and then we line count, source, all of them are included. Okay, moving forward, what we can do is that we can let me save this. After saving this, we can move forward with. Okay, now what we can do that after entering into the dashboard, we can make the dashboard as the, let me explain. Okay, we can see that we can set as home dashboard. We can set these logs as home dashboard. What we mean by that? That means that whenever we will be logging in, this dashboard will be prompted to the user. Now, if we click the search and reporting, we should be provided with the clear logs at the top of the screen. And okay, if we go here, we can see that the logs are here. Now, what we can do that we can make this as home dashboard, like the way we have discussed. So that's all from my side at the moment. If there is, that's all about our demo and our presentation. If there is any query, you can reach out accordingly. Thank you very much.